Hello, this is Kevin Lausch with the Unitarian Universalists, and I'm here again with the Chalice Children's book reading. Today we're going to be using the book Grandmother Fish. It's a cute book by Jonathan Tweet, illustrated by Karen Lewis. It's a funny book that basically describes evolution through lots of big pictures, easy for kids to understand. I like it because this book helps us to remember that we're all one big family. No matter who you are or where you are in the earth, and even all the many different species on earth, we're all one big family. So this book takes us through a journey to learn that. It helps us to remember that as that family, we have one big story that we can tell. And that story should include us caring for one another and caring for the earth. So I hope you enjoy this story. Here's Luke Powers, one of our amazing students, who will be reading it for you.
Hello, my name's Luke Powers. Today I'm going to be reading Grandmother Fish by Jonathan Tweet. It's a book about humans' family tree. Grandmother Fish, a child's first book of evolution, by Jonathan Tweet, illustrated by Karen Lewis. Fish. This is our grandmother Fish. She lived a long time ago. She could wiggle and swim fast. Can you wiggle? And she had jaws to chomp with. Can you chomp? Grandmother Fish had many kinds of grandchildren. They could wiggle and chomp. Can you find our grandmother Reptile? Grandmother Fish gives us cousin Shark, cousin ray-finned fish, cousin lobe-finned fish, and grandmother Reptile. Reptile. This is our grandmother Reptile. She lived a long time ago. She could crawl across the ground. Can you crawl? And she could breathe air in and out. Can you breathe? Grandmother Reptile had many kinds of grandchildren. They could wiggle and chomp and crawl and breathe. Can you find our grandmother Mammal? Grandmother Reptile gives us cousin Dimetrodon, grandmother Mammal, cousin Lizard, cousin Triceratops, and cousin Bird. Mammal. This is our grandmother Mammal. She lived a long time ago. Her babies could squeak when they were hungry. Can you squeak? And she could cuddle with her babies and feed them milk. Can you cuddle? Grandmother Mammal had many kinds of grandchildren. They could wiggle and chomp and crawl and breathe and squeak and cuddle. Can you find our grandmother Ape? Grandmother Mammal gives us cousin Elephant, cousin Carnivore, cousin Whale, cousin Horse, and grandmother Ape. Ape. This is her grandmother Ape. She lived a long time ago. She could grab branches to climb. Can you grab? And she could hoot when she was happy. Can you hoot? Grandmother Ape had many kinds of grandchildren. They could wiggle and chomp and crawl and breathe and squeak and cuddle and grab and hoot. Can you find our grandmother Human? Grandmother Ape gives us cousin Orangutan, cousin Gibbon, cousin Gorilla, cousin Chimpanzee, and grandmother Human. Human. This is our grandmother Human. She lived a long time ago. She could walk on 2 feet. Can you walk? And she could talk and tell stories. Can you talk? Grandmother Human had many kinds of grandchildren. They could wiggle and chomp and crawl and breathe and squeak and cuddle and grab and hoot and walk and talk. And I see one of them right here. This is a chart that shows how we started at bacteria, we evolved to grandmother fish, grandmother reptile, grandmother mammal, grandmother ape, and finally grandmother human. It also shows where all of the other animals come from. I hope you enjoyed the book. It provides children an early glimpse into evolution. Service with Reverend Bob at 10 a.m.